Hello friends, in our previous video we have discussed about how Oliver was called in front of that board, in front of committee, and as being young, being very small, Oliver was scared, and we had discussed about he was an orphan boy, and Mr. Bumble took him in front of board, and board asked him some questions, and they were supposed to send him in that particular workhouse. Workhouse means what? They were supposed to send him in the particular place where orphan people or else people from different areas they work, and in regards of work, so after working only they will get food and they will get shelter. People who don't have home, people who are unable to have food, so they work for them, and after working they will get a place for living, shelter, and they will get food. So committee decided Oliver also should be sent at the particular place. So he was quite he was about to cry, and he was in the stress. So how the that particular people will be there, how the environment of that place will be there, he was in that confusion. So this was taught in first part, this was explained in first part. So before starting remaining part of our first lesson, Oliver asks more. So let me give you some new words of remaining part. You also have to write down these words. Now, today's first word is appetite. Appetite means the feeling to eat food, or else in simple way we can say that is hunger. Appetite means hunger. Starvation. Starvation, meaning of starvation is the state of having no food. The state of having no food. The state of having no food for long period. For long period. So in that particular state, people after long period, after not taking that food, that kind of feeling, that kind of state is called starvation. Starvation. Next word is voracious. Third word, voracious. Voracious means what? Very eager to, very eager for lot of food. Very eager to have, very eager to have lot of food. Lot of food. Voracious means what? Whenever your favorite dish is in front of you, some people become voracious. Why? They have to they want to eat that favorite dish or that favorite food very fast, very eager. They have that eagerness. So that is called voracious. Next word, that is tender. Tender means young or else kind. Young or kind is called tender. Next word, that is supper. Supper means dinner or else food which is taken, a food which is taken in the evening. Food which is taken in the evening, a proper evening time, that main meal, that is called supper or else dinner. In simple language, in a very different word, we can use dinner or else supper. Next, nudged. Nudge means what? To push someone, to push someone, to push someone gently with elbow, gently with nudge means what? To push someone gently with elbow. So these are 6 words. You also have to write down these words. Let me give you some other words also. Today's first word is appetite. Appetite means hunger. Starvation. Starvation means the state of having no food for long period. Voracious. Voracious means very eager to have lot of food. That is called voracious. Tender means young, kind. Next word is supper. It's called dinner or else a food which is taken in the evening. The main meal which is taken in the evening is called supper. Nudge, Nudge. Nudge means to push someone gently with elbow. To push someone gently with elbow. Next word. Other words. Rebel. Rebel. Rebel is to refuse to obey. Refuse to obey rules. To refuse to obey rules is called rebel. Next is shriek. Shriek, a short, loud, high cry. A short, loud, high cry. Getting, or is to shout loudly, it's called shriek. Solemn. Next is solemn. Solemn means serious. Serious. Next word is compose. Compose means to calm. Compose means to calm. Next word is distinctly. Distinctly. Distinctly means in a way that is clearly. In a way that is clearly. That is clearly noticeable. That is clearly noticeable. It is called distinctly. Next word, that is misery. Misery means great unhappiness. Misery means what? Great unhappiness is called misery. So these are some words. You also have to write down these words in your notebook. Let's start remaining part of the lesson. So open the page. First lesson, Oliver asks more. So remaining part, in the previous part we had discussed about that that committee, that board told Oliver that so you will begin to pick oakum. Getting, you will begin to pick oakum. Oakum, it is a particular material where people have to work with a particular material, that is called oakum. Loose, it is made up of loose fiber. Tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, added the surly and one in the white waistcoat. So that white waistcoat man, he told that material will be given you tomorrow morning onwards, and you have to work for getting food and for the place to live. Then Oliver bowed low, directed by the beadle. So here beadle directed him, and Oliver shown respect, and was then hurried away to a large ward. And then after that Oliver went to a large ward, where on a rough hard bed he soaked himself to sleep. So while sleeping, before sleeping, that Oliver was crying like he was breathing with a particular cry and all the things. Soaked means when the person cries, so while crying that person breathes deeply, so that is called, he also soaked before that sleeping. Poor Oliver, as he lay sleeping unconscious of everything around him, the board had taken decision that would change the course of his life. So because of that decision of the board, his life is going to be changed. So how? In this next part we are going to discuss. The members of this board were very wise and philosophical men. So whatever people were present in the board, they were very wise, and they knew the ethics and manners and etiquettes, all the things. As they turned their attention to the workhouse, they discovered that it was the regular place of public entertainment for the proper classes. So they observed that workhouse, and they got that information that it is a regular place for the public entertainment for the proper classes and all the things. It was the place where they had breakfast, dinner, tea and supper all the year round and free. The year round and free, where it was all play and no work. So they recalled that at that particular place, so they had their breakfast and dinner and supper, tea, lunch and all the things, and they got these all the things in whole year. Instead of not working, they did not work, still they got that particular food. So this was a really shocking state of affairs. They were of the opinion that the poor should be given only two alternatives: either to starve quickly outside the workhouse or gradually inside the house. So they thought, or else their thought was there, their decision was there. So poor people, either they should be entered, either they should be entered in the workhouse. After working only they will get entrance and they will get food, otherwise that person has to starve out of the particular workhouse. If the person doesn't work, that person should be sent outside of that workhouse. With this view, they decided that the inmates of the workhouse would be issued 3 meals of thin gruel a day with an onion twice a week. So because of this, and they wanted work from the people, inmates means whatever the people who are staying there, so they wanted from them, so they should work, and behalf of their work they will get, they decided to give them thin gruel. Thin gruel means very cheap kind of soup type of, like very small amount of that food, and they are going to get 3 meals of that particular gruel, means very small amount of food, 3 meals in a day, and with onion twice a week. So twice in a week they will get onion. So this was their decision. So it means behalf of their work, inmates, people who are staying there, they are going to get very less amount of food. Let us see what happens next. For the first 6 months after Oliver Twist was moved in, the system was in full operation. So Oliver started living there, and for the first 6 months, it was in the flawless, without any distraction, without any disturbance. So system was going on smoothly. As a result, during this period, the number of workhouse inmates got smaller. So due to their decision, what decision they made? People have to work more, eat less. In simple language, we can identify the people have to work more, and they in behalf of on behalf of their work, so they are going to get that food in very less amount. So because of this, the people they left workhouse inmates, that their quantities decreased, and the inmates themselves shrank in size and become thinner, and whoever was staying there, those people they became thin and weak. Because if we work for more and if you don't have that food, so our body it will definitely become thin and weak, friends. The room in which the boys were fed was a large stone hall. So, in that particular large stone hall, the boys used to go and they used to have food. With a big copper bowl at one end, out of which the master dressed in an apron for the purpose and assisted by one or two women ladled the gruel at mealtime. So that one master he used to observe the people, and his two assistants, these women's they used to serve gruel. Gruel means, I told you, that small amount of food, and the meaning of gruel is given in the textbook also: a thin and soupy dish for cereal and milk or water. So very small amount of that food it used to be served by the assistants, and master was there. He used to stay there for that particular, observing the how much amount they are serving and how much amount those inmates are taking. And in that particular large hall, so boys were used to gather there, and they used to have that small amount of food. Of this festive composition, each boy had one basinful and no more, except on occasions of great public rejoicing, when he had 2 ounces and a quarter of bread besides. So, if there were any festivals, so on the festivals they used to get only some amount of breads and all the things. Other rest of them, it was very less amount of food. The basins never wanted washing. The boys polished them with their spoons till they shone again. So the amount of food was very less. So that's why there was no need of washing their bowls, washing their dishes, washing their plates. Why? So boys only, they with their spoons they ate all the things, and unless it shone again, they used to like eat again and again. They used to finish it in that manner only. When they had performed this operation, they would sit staring at the copper bowl with such eager eyes, as if they could have devoured the big bowl itself and everything in it. So, if consider, friends, if we are hungry and we are at our home, so easily we can have that food, easily we can demand for more. But here they were at that particular workhouse where after working only they are supposed to have food and they are supposed to have shelter, home. In that place they will get place for living. So whatever amount was given once, they have to manage with that little bit amount of that food, or a less amount of that food. And after having that less amount, after working, they used to see at that particular bowl. We can imagine how difficult it is. If we are hungry and if we are not allowed to have more, so definitely people will face that starvation problem. They will feel very hungry and all, and automatically they will become thin as well. And they were like imagining the people used to imagine, inmates used to imagine that if I could have that bigger bowl, the size of bowl should be bigger, so I could have had like all the food, and I could have fulfilled my hunger. At the same time, they sucked their fingers most carefully to catch up any stray splashes of gruel that might have stuck thereon. So, whatever amount of that gruel which is on their finger, so they used to stuck that also. So you can imagine how the problematic situation there was there. Inmates did not waste a single bite of their food. They wanted to eat more, but they did not get. Still, they realized the value of food. So we can also realize the value of food. At home, it is easy to waste food, friends. But think before having food, think about such peoples who are staying hungry due to like lack of food. Please don't waste food. Next, boys have generally excellent appetite. So appetite, as I told, hunger. So boys, we know very well at that particular age of 16, 18, 20, so they feel very hungry. So Oliver Twist and his companions suffered the tortures of slow starvation for 3 months. So last 3 months they have been suffering with the starvation. They used to manage on that less amount of food, and it was a torture, friends. It was a trouble. It was a very difficult situation. At last they got so voracious. So due to that starvation only, they became that voracious. Voracious means what? They were eager to have that food, whatever food is in front of them. So they used to have that food very fast. That is called voracious. And wild with hunger. So we can imagine that one boy who was tall for his age and hadn't been used to that sort of things, for his father had kept a small cook shop. So one boy, his here that writer has described him, and his father had kept a small cook shop. Hinted darkly to his companions. So he hinted his companions, that tall boy, that unless he had another basin of gruel per day, he was afraid he might some night happen to eat the boy who slept next to him, who happened to be a weakly youth of tender age. So what that taller boy used to tell them, so if I did not satisfy my hunger, so whoever is whoever is sleeping beside him, he will at night, that taller boy who was little bit elder also, so he used to scare these small boys, and he used to tell them, I would eat that boy whoever is going to sleep beside him. So due to that fear, boys also, they used to share that food with that elder ones. He had a wild hungry eye, and they believed him. So because of his gestures, because of his face, whatever the gestures he shown, so boys also believed him. A council was held, so they called a meeting of the inmates. Lots were cast who should walk up to the master after supper that evening and ask for more, and it fell to Oliver Twist. So in that meeting they decided, so somebody should go to master and ask for more food. The evening arrived, the boys took their places. The master in his cook's uniform stationed himself at the copper. His assistants ranked themselves behind him. The gruel was served, the gruel disappeared, the boys whispered to each other and winked at Oliver, while his next neighbors nudged him. So next evening, before that day, they decided somebody should go and ask to master for more food, and they decided Oliver should go and Oliver should ask for that more food. And the next evening, that master and all the things, they gathered in the stone, that particular hall of stone, large hall where they used to get food. And everybody was looking at Oliver. So what happens next, we'll see. So the gruel disappeared, the boys whispered to each other. They ate whatever gruel was given to them, and they winked at Oliver. They wanted Oliver to go there. While his next neighbors nudged, they pulled him with that elbow, pushed him slowly. Child as he was desperate with hunger and reckless with misery. So he was like quite young and he was desperate with that hunger. He was very hungry. So he rose from the table. He started walking towards that master and advising to the master, basin and spoon in hand. His basin and his spoon was in his hand, and he said that, somewhat alarmed at his own courage. So he was courageous, that he got that courage due to hunger, friends. So, please sir, I want some more. So Oliver asked finally, please sir, I want more. The master was fat, healthy man, but he turned very pale. So master was like pale, master did not understand how this small boy, last 6 months nobody asked, and like whatever that inmates, they were coming and they were going, nobody dared to ask, and this small boy asked. So that's why he was confused. He gazed in stupefied astonishment on this small rebel for some seconds and then clung for support to the copper. So he held that copper and he was thinking about this kind of refusal. Nobody dared, and this boy, how could he dare? The assistants were paralyzed with wonder, the boys with fear. So everybody was scared, and whatever the assistants were there, they were paralyzed, they were shocked. What? Said the master at length in faint voice. So master said, what? He did not understand, no. Please sir, replied Oliver, I want some more. So Oliver one more time he asked for more food. The master aimed to a blow at Oliver's head with the ladle. So master hit with the ladle in his head, on his head, and shrieked loud for the beadle. So he cried, like he made a loud voice for the beadle. Beadle means who used to take care of these people. The board was sitting in solemn meeting. So board was in that particular serious meeting. Mr. Bumble was the beadle of that particular workhouse. Mr. Bumble rushed into the room in great excitement. So in that meeting, he disturbed the meeting and he rushed into that with that great excitement because somebody asked more food. And addressing the gentleman in the high chair, said, Mr. Limpkins, I beg your pardon, sir. He disturbed, that's why he apologized for him. Oliver Twist has asked for more. And he said that Oliver Twist has asked for more food. There was a general start. Horror was depicted on every countenance. So on everybody's face, there was like horror, one kind of fear. For more, said Mr. Limpkins. Limpkins said, for more means what? Compose yourself. Make yourself calm, Mr. Bumble, and answer me distinctly. And tell us in like, describe what happened exactly. They wanted to know. Do I understand that he asked for more after he had eaten the supper allotted by the board? So that board was also like chairperson. He also told. So after completing that food which was allotted him, so after that also he asked for more. He did, sir, replied Mr. Bumble. So Mr. Bumble replied, yes, sir, he did. After completion, after allotted food, after having that allotted food also, he asked more. So in this way, this first lesson we have completed, friends. You have to solve your workbooks. This is for your homework and question answers which are given in the book. If you have any doubts, so you can mention in comments, or else you can simply mention in WhatsApp. Yet if you want to ask personally, so you can call and you can ask your doubts. But before that, before asking doubts, you must complete your homework. One more thing, if you have not purchased your textbooks, please do purchase your textbooks. and it will help you to understand the lessons, understand the poems. So that's why purchase the textbooks as early as possible. Contact to Pankaj sir, go and purchase the textbooks. Meanwhile, we'll stop here. Please stay indoors, stay safe. Thank you.